we're about to show you something that really always makes me smile, makes my heart sing. And it's about to happen. She's one of the best actresses in British history, so it's no surprise that Dame Judi Dench has delivered another dazzling performance. Let's have a look, because this is the picture of Judi Dench. She's sitting there with a big smile on her face. That's what makes my heart sing. That's what I like to see.
And I know how to make cinnamon bun. I know how to make cinnamon bun.
Yeah, there you go. Did you know how to do them before?
No, I'm the worst cook in Britain.
Oh, right.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Right, we'll have a chat with Judi in a moment, because she and the rest of the cast have put in some stellar performances in Kenneth Branagh's new film, Belfast. It is absolutely sublime.
So
it's an
brilliant.
Amazing film. The legendary Dame Judi Dench is joining us now. Always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for talking to us. And so this started off for you, because obviously you've worked with Ken for such a long time, really, really good friends, and he sent you a message saying that he wanted to come over and read something to you.
He did. He said, I want to come over and read you something I've written recently, and I said, absolutely, and we arranged a day, and he arrived, and he sat down, and he read it to me without a break, and I sat there completely riveted. And as I'm sure you know, and I'm sure you said anyway, that it's the story of his childhood in Belfast, being brought up during the Troubles.
So how easy was it for him to stand in front of you and read something so personal and where life... He said, I'll read this to you. He said, I remember life turning on its head in one afternoon, almost in slow motion, not understanding the sound I was hearing, then turning around and looking at the mob at the bottom of the street, and life was never, ever the same again. And we see the idyllic way that life was before 1969, almost the day before, when the community and the street are together, and suddenly this happens and people who've known each other for their whole lives are split apart. How easy was it for him to read that in front of you?
Well, it seemed to be quite easy and calm, and of course the stuff he knew and he'd written. And then there was a moment when I just remember there was a very, very long pause.
Right.
And we were both completely quiet during it. And it was, for Kenny, very emotional, and certainly for me too. And then he went on and got to the end, and there was no question in my mind but that I wanted to play his grandmother, who I initially said, I'm much too young to play your grandmother. But of course it turned out, of course, I wasn't at all.
Well, I mean, it's not flattering for sure, but because you are beautiful. But you know, in the movie,
It's the only reason I said it.
Is that you can see the heart of the family, the way that family worked. You, as the grandmother, and Kieran Hines as the grandfather, these two rock-solid pillars in this family who were vital to holding it together.
Yes, and I'd admired Kieran Hines for a long, long time, but we had never worked together. But there was something about the fact that we were at the beginning of lockdown, that we were suddenly able and allowed to do this film. Incredible care was taken of everybody. We were tested every single day, every member of the crew and the cast. And so, in a way, because we were all so released from this oppressive feeling, we became a family very quickly. Yeah. Well, it was amazingly helpful.
I have to say, Judi, when I watched it last night, and it's incredible. You'd watched it over the weekend, I think, and I really, really enjoyed it. And one thing I really took away from the film was that real sense of family. But I have to say, Jude Hill, who plays young Buddy, I mean, in what is his debut film, he wasn't... He's 11 now, and he was 9 when you were shooting this. He is absolutely outstanding, isn't he?
he is outstanding and can show us all the way home. He was so fantastic at taking direction. I mean, completely like an actor who'd had 25 years worth, you know, of experience.
Yeah.
But he, I believe, is an Irish dancer. He does some Irish dancing. But he was just a complete natural. And he was always full of energy and no complaints. Oh. And just enormous fun to be with.
Yeah. I mean, I think for a child, a young actor, possibly the best I've ever seen. His face is so expressive. You can see the emotions changing on his face. It really is quite extraordinary.
Yeah, a natural gift he's got there.
So he's going to be...
And don't you think... And he is. And don't you think that he... that could have been Ken as a little boy?
Yes, definitely. Yes. Definitely. I mean, the whole... Everything, you can see that it's so personal. The music, the way it's shot, the interactivity with this family and with the community around them. And you also, you've got your own Irish roots, haven't you?
Oh, indeed I have. My mother was born in Dublin. My father went from Dorset, where he was born, to Dublin with the family, and so all my relations are in Dublin and the West, and my grandmother, I think, was born in County Meath. And so I have, yes, and after the war, we were all in Yorkshire. After the war, my parents said, I was about, I don't know, 10 or 11. They said to me, we're going to see, on Tuesday, we're going to see a film called The Night Boat to Dublin. And I thought, oh, how exciting, how absolutely thrilling. But it wasn't a film at all.
Yeah.
We were going on the night boat to Dublin.
Good gracious.
And that's when we went back, and that's when they went back for the first time.
Wow.
And I can remember very, very clearly coming into Dunleary Harbour in the morning and them standing up looking at the Wicklow Hills. And I can sense now incredibly strong emotion as that happened and they saw it again.
How did it feel for you to... obviously, there has to be a Belfast accent there. Was that something because of the Irish roots? I mean, there's very, very different accents here, so I'm assuming, did Ken help you with that?
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. I had an uncle who lived in Belfast and who was much younger than me, and he came over to stay with us in York, and he used to say this little rhyme, and I used to make him repeat. It must have been a nightmare of a holiday he had with us, because I used to make him repeat this little rhyme, which was, in the corner of my bedroom, there's a great big curtain. Someone lives behind it, and I don't know who. I think it is a brownie, and I'm not quite certain. Nanny isn't certain too. And I used to say that every day before filming.
It's so good.
Oh, man.
But I was pulled up on it a lot of times.
Yes.
I was the kind of naughty girl of the class and kept being pulled up by Kelly. Said, no, that's not right. That's not right.
Really?
That's
yeah.
not right.
Well,
That's
it
right.
was right. In the end, it most certainly was right.
Absolutely was.
It is. I mean, it's being lauded. It's being tipped for Oscars and sort of major accolades. You, as always, are quite brilliant. The relationship between you and Ciarán Hinds is, you know, as I said, is just so beautiful. These essential parts of a family. It's a wonderful film, Judi. Thank you so much for talking to us about it. It's
Thank you.
Belfast is out tomorrow in cinemas, and it is definitely one to go and see. Actually, I
Absolutely.
think go and see it in a cinema because you want to. The music is so incredible that you want the whole experience.
It deserves that big screen.
See it in a cinema. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
There we go. Love her.
So starstruck.
We love her. Right.
Bucket list tick.
Yeah.